What I got wrong with Kaizen was I was focused on things almost exclusively. I could measure all the performance, improve the performance. But what I didn't understand early in my journey, and I'm starting to understand now, is it's really about people development. And there were a few things that got in the way of me practicing Kaizen the way that I understand it today. One is I was stealing the joy of learning. Calvin didn't mention this at the beginning of the introduction, but I also teach at the University of Cincinnati. And that has been a really awesome 7.5 years of experience where I'm rethinking how do you educate an entire population. It's no different than when I'm looking at the smaller microcosm of my world. But what I was doing was stealing the opportunity to learn. So one of the key behaviors I'd share go back with is to encourage learning. Make sure this is part of your day and you're not giving answers. And if you're not giving answers, you might think you're good at asking questions. And over the last 20 years, that's really been a lot of interest of mine is how do you ask better questions? That to me is critical in getting people to think, apply scientific thinking, which is at the root of Toyota Kata and really at the root of Kaizen. And for those that haven't read Taiichi Ohno's work, I encourage you to go back. He gave us the secrets back in the 1980s. We ignored them for 40 years and continue to ignore them today. So just go back and really apply scientific thinking to our work and focus your Kaizen on people development, not just process improvement. And the idea of tri-storming comes out of that work. There's a lot of discussion around brainstorming, lots of long lists. But the idea of tri-storming is we have a reasonable idea. We don't know if it'll work. Let's go try it. Last year, I was at a session doing a domino exercise using the Toyota Kata method. And I remember being there as one of the participants, hearing somebody say, this is our plan, only to find out, I was like, this may not actually work the way we want it. So from a tri-storming perspective, I said, you know what? I don't know that it will or won't work. I don't think it will, but let's try it. Turns out I was dead wrong again. So this idea of tri-storming, maintained a relationship with somebody and got us closer to our goal that day.